welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. My name is Cilla, and I am participating in the 30 Days of Sketches Series 9 with Christy's Beautiful Life. If you're not a member of her Facebook group, I encourage you to join. There is a lot of inspiration and activity each time she does one of these series. There has been a little bit of a misunderstanding about Christy's intent and how she sources her sketches. I don't want to give that a lot of airtime, but during this video, I will make sure that the designer of each sketch is named so that there is no confusion. Christy has never once claimed these sketches as her own, but to make sure that there is perfect clarity, we're going to name each designer. I did not do that in my previous video, and I apologize. We will give credit where credit is due. So let's start with day 6, March the 6th. This was a double page layout. I'll put the sketch here. And I shrunk it down to a single page layout. Sometimes I will do a double page layout, and if I'm not feeling it, I will maintain doing a single page. I really liked the circle and the star pattern, so I took that from the design. I also took the really linear strips that it had. They looked layered to me. They may not have been, but that's what I took from the design, and I just replicated those elements. The photo is my husband and our friends. We all went to Socrates. It's outside of Woodstock, New York, back in the fall. We took our dogs with us. No, their dog is not in that photo, but my giant dog is. So it was just a beautiful time together, celebrating friendship and just getting to hang out and chill. Also to explore the area a bit. And we had a really, really good time, and the Airbnb was nice. And on, I said I was going to name the names, and I forgot to. Let's back it up. This sketch is designed by Lottie Loves Paper. Let's see if I can do better for the rest of the week. On day 7, this design is by Page Maps. I think it is such, it's such a fun design. I went with it. I really, really liked it. So I used a lot of, this was a kit I got in Flavors of the Month from the Scrap Room. I don't buy a lot of Doodlebug, and this is Doodlebug. A lot of this is Doodlebug paper. And the photos of my great-nephew turned out kind of dark because it was later in the evening. We were around a campfire, and he was flirting and being cute, and oh my gosh, he was such a snuggle bug. So I wanted something to kind of brighten up the fact that the photos weren't bright. And I used this little kit from the Scrap Room that was Doodlebug. I can't remember the name of the collection though. But that is that layout. It's day 7. Now we're on to day 8. This design was created by Susanna Lee, and I pretty much followed it. I think my paper choices didn't really complement the photo the way that I thought it would. So the photo is of my niece and her beautiful children. I love the design looking at the sketch, but when I translated it with these papers, I'm just not real fond of it. Let's move on to March the 9th, day 9. This design was created by Bella Boulevard. I decided to do 3 cut files. I used a stamp stitch and stamped stitching in the background instead of actually stitching. This is a photo of me. My niece took it when she was up visiting and we were walking my dog. And one of the reasons I use the title Just Be is because in the process of getting up here, the 2 years prior, everything that we've been through, I've gained weight. And when I see photos of myself, I'm not ashamed of my body or the fact that it's a little bit like dysmorphia. I think it's called body dysmorphia, is how you say it. I just don't recognize myself. And it feels weird looking at a photo of me when someone else takes it, because I don't know who that person is. So I did this layout as just a reminder to, in whatever season of life that I'm in, to just accept myself, to accept my body, to thank my body for getting me this far, and start treating it better. I'm in a better place mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Now it's time to just treat myself better. Now let's move on to March the 10th, day 10. This sketch was designed by Lizavita Sketch. And I had these two photos. I had been walking the dog, and on my way back, from the track, this is my garage and a little ranch style house in Alabama. I'm going to bring it up close because I don't know that you can see it. This truck right here, I bought that truck to go junking in. This is not a joke. So I wanted a truck or a vehicle that I could go to estate sales, antique stores, junk stores, thrifting, whatever. And I wouldn't have to worry about keeping everything perfect. This was my junkin' truck. I loved that truck. I loved how it smelled. I got rid of it before we moved up here, but it was my junkin' truck. So when I came back from the track and was walking back, this was the fall foliage in the tree. Just was beautiful, and that I think is maybe 1 or 2 pictures that I took of the truck. But I wanted to keep that memory. And when I got onto the porch, there was just a few leaves on the welcome mat. So I just took a picture of that. You know, it's fall. I love it. Love it all. Let's move on to day 11. This sketch was designed by Allison Davis. This was another 2-page layout that I shrunk down to a single page. And I kept the sewn block and the really linear design that she had photos stacked. Now, her photos were all vertical, and I used horizontal photos. This past year, on our anniversary, my husband agreed to get up super early for us to go to the reservoir and take pictures of the sunrise. Now, for him to agree to get up early is an act of love, because we are exact opposites in our body rhythms. He is a night owl. He loves to stay up. That's when his energy really kicks in. I am a morning person. That's when my energy is at its highest. I am full of ideas. I'm ready to go. And I love mornings. So he likes to sleep in, and I like to get up. That's why I say, if he agrees to get up early and do something with me, it's an act of love, and I appreciate it, and I receive it in that manner. So on our anniversary last year, we went to the reservoir, and it was lightly raining when we got there. So you can see all of these storm clouds and everything. And so my husband was walking down toward the water with the umbrella, and the sunrise was, it was beginning to peek through. And then I've got this snapshot, or this shot. We took our big cameras, and you can see the reflection is the sun actually crested the horizon, and the reflection in the water. It doesn't show up that great, I'm sure, on camera, but it's just a beautiful moment. And I love the dark brooding clouds. I think that's so pretty. Just the landscape, the whole thing. I just think it's beautiful. So I was very, very happy with that. Let's slide right on to March 12th, day 12. This sketch was designed by Laura Whitaker. And when I was in the process of moving, I had asked my nieces to come over and look through the garage, and anything that they wanted in the garage, just to go ahead and take it. So they did. And this is my great niece. She was playing with some of the stuff that was in the garage, and I, took some snapshots of her. That is the end of week 2. I have worked all the way through to the end of week 3. I don't know that I'm going to make it to the end with all 30 sketches. I am a little overworked at the moment. So things are getting better. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I am so happy about that. I'm happy to report that. But I kind of want to switch gears too. I'm ready to just do a little something different. So I know I will do a video next week for the 30 days of sketches. Let's just see if I finish or not, because I'm undecided at the moment. It could go either way. Thank you for watching. The links below are for all of the other participants of the 30 days of sketches. I think I'm the only one that's doing a once a week sketch. Everybody else is being super brave and productive and doing daily. I just can't. I just can't. And I'm okay with that. I hope you are too. Let's get together and chat again soon. Bye-bye.